Our mission is to help you learn the English language. We have created easy-to-follow, free educational materials for those seeking knowledge of English.
I've got some great news for you.
Did you get the position you wanted?
Yes, I'll be promoted to department manager.
I'm glad to hear that. Congratulations.
Thank you. Actually, I could not believe it at first. You know, there are so many outstanding people in our company. Many of them are qualified to fill that position.
Sure, but you really did great and outperformed the others. You deserved it.
Thank you very much.
You always have unique ideas and you're such a team leader.
I appreciate it very much. You've been doing great. I expect to see you be promoted pretty soon.
That's very nice of you to say so. I'll try my best. When will you start at the new position?
Next week.
So by then, you'll be in charge of the whole department.
Absolutely. Good afternoon. Can I help you?
Is it possible for me to buy some rib at this counter?
Of course, that's no problem at all.
That's a relief. I was a little worried about it. I left England in a bit of a hurry.
How much would you like to change?
Well, I'm only here for 3 days, so I think 500 gap should be plenty.
Please fill in this exchange form, and I'll need to see your passport, and sign here. That's the money and your passport back. Of course, if you don't spend all of it, you can come back and we'd be happy to buy the local currency back from you.
Well, we've settled the question of price, quality and quantity. Now what about the terms of payment?
We only accept payment by irrevocable letter of credit payable against shipping documents.
I see. Could you make an exception and accept D, A or D, P?
I'm afraid not. We insist on a letter of credit.
To tell you the truth, a letter of credit would increase the cost of my import. When I open a letter of credit with a bank, I have to pay a deposit. That'll tie up my money and increase my cost.
Consult your bank and see if they will reduce the required deposit to a minimum.
Still, there will be bank charges in connection with the credit. It would help me greatly if you would accept D, A or D, P. You can draw on me just as if there were a letter of credit. It makes no great difference to you, but it does to me.
Well, Mrs. Wang, you must be aware that an irrevocable letter of credit gives the exporter the additional protection of the banker's guarantee. We always require L.C. for our exports. And the other way round, we pay by L.C. for our imports.
To meet you halfway, what do you say if 50% by L.C. and the balance by D.P.?
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Wang. But I'm afraid I can't promise you even that. As I've said, we require payment by L.C. Lately I've felt that company morale is at an all-time low. What can your firm do to help get my business back on track?
You definitely made the right move by calling. Our primary business is conducting and customizing fully interactive human resources workshops for companies just like yours.
It seems that my employees are having trouble working as a team. Not to mention serious lapses in service, sales and leadership skills.
Well, as we know, nothing comes out of a can. We have years of experience tailoring workshops to the specific needs of your company. We can hone in on your problem areas and have your employ.
What a relief. I was beginning to think it was no way to get my business rolling again.
That's what we're here for. The human resources help you need, when and how you need it.
Now we have settled the terms of payment. Is it possible to effect shipment during September?
I don't think we can.
Then when is the earliest we can expect shipment?
By the middle of October, I think.
That's too late. You see, November is the season for this commodity in our market, and our customs formalities are rather complicated.
I understand.
Besides, the flow through the marketing channels and the red tape involved take at least a couple of weeks. Thus, after shipment it will be 4 to 5 weeks altogether before the goods can reach our retailers. The goods must therefore be shipped before October. Otherwise we won't be in time for the selling season.
But our factories are fully committed for the third quarter. In fact, many of our clients are placing orders for delivery in the fourth quarter.
Mr. Brown, you certainly realize that the time of delivery is a matter of great importance to us. If we place our goods on the market at a time when all other importers have already sold their goods at profitable prices, we shall lose out.
I see your point. However, we have done more business this year than any of the previous years. I am very sorry to say that we cannot advance the time of delivery.
That's too bad, but I sincerely hope you will give our request your special consideration.
You may take it from me that the last thing we want to do is to disappoint an old customer like you. But the fact remains that our manufacturers have a heavy backlog on their hands.
But can't you find some way to get round your producers for an earlier delivery? Make a special effort, please. A timely delivery means a lot to us.
All right, we'll get in touch with our producers and see what they have to say.
You've decided that you definitely want to purchase this particular one?
To be honest, I haven't really done much research.
I would recommend that you at least glance through these brochures, just to make sure that you have selected the right policy for you. Take your time, sir.
Thanks for your advice. After going through all of these materials, I've decided not to go with my initial choice.
Of course, sir. If I could have your details again and your ID, I'll check them and we can go on.
Mrs. Miller, you are an old friend of ours. In order to encourage future business and as a gesture of friendship, we are prepared to cut our price by 5%. Will that satisfy you?
That's great. Thank you for making this concession. I accept.
Now I repeat, 5,000 transistor sets. Specifications as shown in our catalog at $20 each, CIF Los Angeles.
Good. Now that the price is decided on, we can discuss the packaging.
As to packaging, we'll pack them 2 dozens to 1 carton. Gross weight about 25 kilos a carton.
Carton?
Yes, corrugated cardboard boxes.
Could you use wooden cases instead?
Why use wooden cases?
I'm afraid the cardboard boxes are not strong enough for ocean transportation.
Cartons are comparatively light, and therefore easy to handle. They'll not be stowed away with the heavy cargo. Besides, we'll reinforce the cartons with metal straps.
All right, carton or no carton, the packaging must be waterproof as well as strong enough to stand shock and rough handling.
You needn't worry about that. Cartons are extensively used in our shipments to foreign countries and there have never been complaints from our clients. Now, as regards payment, we have agreed to use dollars, am I right?
That's right. As soon as I get home, I'll see about the opening of the letter of credit.
Please open the letter of credit 15 to 30 days before the date of delivery so that we'll have enough time to make all the necessary arrangements. Another thing, the LC should be valid until the 15th day after shipment.
No problem. That can be done. I understand you'll ship the goods before the end of May?
Right. We'll ship the goods according to the agreed time schedule. Last, but not least, the inspection is to be carried out by Houston Commodities Inspection Bureau, which is final and binding on both parties.
Yes, we agreed to that. We have great confidence in your inspection institution. Through years of dealing with you, we've convinced of your commercial integrity.
Thank you. You can rest assured that we'll do everything possible to prevent defective commodities from going abroad. However, if there should be any disputes, we wish to have them settled through friendly discussions.
Exactly. That's what we have done in the past.
Well, it seems we have covered everything. We'll have the contract ready in a couple of days.
Can you speed it up and let me have it today? I'm leaving tomorrow. I've been here for almost a month now, you see. My corporation is urging me to return. I've booked the ticket for tomorrow afternoon's flight at 3.
Let me see. If we can't get the contract ready by then, we'll send it to you by airmail for your signature.
That's fine too.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.